Hello and welcome. I had an absolute blast reading this Pee Wee Herman biography comic thing, alright? Like, number one, I did actually expect it to be nearly as interesting and engrossing as it was, but it turned out it was just a lot of fun and pretty interesting. It's a pretty good retelling of how stuff went down from his early life, which I didn't know much about, up through like 1992 or so when he was in Tim Burton's Batman sequel. Also, this is way before Bert is Evil was a thing, but Bert is Evil is right there. Like, who knew? Who knew that for decades, Bert is Evil would be a thing? But it was. And that was a very pleasant surprise right on, the very front page of this. So that's awesome. Anyway, we jump right in to his early life. Let me see if I can find... Yep, there we go. So we get in here. When he's a kid, he wants to get a part in a play or something. He starts having to shop around at different schools, knocking on doors, sending letters, doing all that kind of stuff we all... Well, maybe not all of us. Most of us had to go through as young adults. It's stressful. He's nervous. There's scheming. He's thinking hard. And one of the key things I kind of picked up from this is every time he goes home to Sarasota, Florida, everything goes bad. Now this is kind of where we're getting into stuff I didn't know at all, but he was apparently on the Gong Show. I had no idea. I've never watched the Gong Show, so this is a hoot. The way people are drawn is absolutely just great in this, man. There's a lot of wonderful caricature. Like, this is actual cartooning work in this stuff, and it's fantastic. Check out this dude down here. I don't know who that's supposed to be off the top of my head, but he looks fantastic. I really enjoyed the art style in this book. Here we go. This is the first time we see in the book him donning the Pee Wee Herman persona. Fantastic. That looks so good. That looks great, man. And so we kind of go through, his early stuff, which Pee Wee Herman was kind of a raunchy character up until he suddenly got the Tim Burton movie and became a children's character. But like I said, every time he was in Sarasota, Florida, boom, gets in trouble. This is before he had the movie deal, and he somehow weasels his way out of it. He'd been in a couple of movies and bit parts and stuff before that, but that was like right before his big breakthrough. Tim Burton, the Pee Wee Herman movie, man, which is a fantastic film. If you've never seen it, you should see it. Check out this Letterman. Isn't that just really just wonderful caricature work? I think it's wonderful caricature work, and since this is my review, it must be. But yeah, there he is, Pee Wee's Big Adventure on screen. Dottie, there's a lot you don't know about me. I'm a loner, a rebel. Loved it. So this is just a wonderful, here's his whole life, man. Starts talking about his TV show and stuff, and it goes all the way up through his big arrest that kind of derailed everything. But he had already decided he didn't want to be Pee Wee Herman anymore at that point, so it wasn't as bad for his career as it could have been. And right after that, Tim Burton had cast him in Batman Returns. That was the name of that Batman movie, the second one he made. And, Paul Reubens just kind of did his thing. Now, when I was younger, I had heard, way worse stuff about what he was supposedly, what he had supposedly done, what he was supposedly in trouble for, than what reality says. Because I'd heard things like, naughty pictures of, people that ain't old enough to have pictures of, you know what I'm saying? And that kind of came back years later, too. Because he collected, Muscle Man magazines or something, and apparently sometimes those had some prurient material in them, and that kind of got him in trouble for some stuff, too, but that's after the scope of the book. This was actually really fun to read. I was surprised at how much I enjoyed it. I was surprised how much I liked the artwork in it. And there's even a panel where he's talking about how he got to do Surfing Bird. Let me see if I can find that. No, I think I flipped past it. I think it's right here. Yeah, there he is. Annette Funicello, Frankie Avalon. Like, again, that's not a very big picture, but it's a pretty good caricature of both people. Lots of fun stuff in this. Much to my surprise, this was a great little book. Anyway, you all take care of yourselves, you have a great day, and I hope to see you again next time. Until then, bye-bye.